rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. On 2nd down, here's Manning. Caught left side, it's Beckham. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Manning. Eluding the pressure right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Got some room at the 30. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Nobody leaked. Big play. Prescott on 1st down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Nice play, baby. Here we go, 46. Done. 46.
Prescott now from the 50. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And they'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go, 46. 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now out come the Giants. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach Can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 47 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. The 20. It's caught. Beckham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. In on the stop, it was Dorrance Armstrong. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. Coleman has it here right side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the gun on 3rd down, Manning flushed out right. He may try and run. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the same play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Second down, Prescott. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Prescott now. He hits Beasley right side. A Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the dribble.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up with about about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
On third down, that's Austin. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find the matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Manning to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Throwing is Manning on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here you go.
On second down, Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Now he steps away. Room here to run. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Play action. Manning. On the catch, this is Russell Shepard. A big play there. Manning to Shepard. 58 yards.
We saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Manning. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now running right through it. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Tackle made by Antoine Buffet.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Now Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal. Prescott from the gun. Touchdown, Dallas Cowboys. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
One final try now for Manning. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before break. Manning. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be taken in at the 1.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And he's got some space here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Gun.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Intended that time for Cooper. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going, because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Manning. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Throwing is Manning. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Now Manning. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Russell Shepard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. Whoa, he just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. On 1st down, Manning. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up? And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Working from the gun, Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back now in Arlington. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Now Manning. The quick slant caught. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. Touchdown number 1 of the NFL career for young star Saquon Barkley. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie. The first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Santos able to tack on the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Zeke with a shake and bake. And spinning now. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Cooper was the target there, and now it's third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
All right, hey. Here we go, 46. Here you go. Gun.
On third down, it's Prescott. He finds his man. It's Austin. That one good for 15 and a first. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just one pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Olivier Vernon brings him down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Prescott from the gun on third. And this one caught by Beasley. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They go to Elliott again. And some room to roam now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Manning now on first down. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation. Yeah. Now you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Important extra point up and through as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie. And the Cowboys are able to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
Well, Prescott here to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there.
The give is to Elliott. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
26.
Now Prescott. Over the middle of Amari Cooper. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Manning now on first down. That is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Manning. It's caught. Shepard. And And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Throwing on first down is Manning to Barkley for the check down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the